there's no better way to learn a job or a skill or a particular thing than an apprenticeship model where you're doing the job under someone who has also been doing the job, right? Like there's nothing better than that. The problem is that's super duper labor intensive. It's often like a large amount of like one-on-one hours with another person. And so I think, in some cases that sort of initial sort of like wider scale or broader upskilling to get people to the point where they're ready for that apprenticeship is really helpful. But I think about like PhD programs or one-on-one apprenticeship models. Tattoo apprenticeships, sort of apprenticeships in the trades. Like these are how you build people and how you train people to do skilled specific labor. And there's just no substitute for that.
The type of training that I got on job when I was a therapist, it was real interesting.
Mhm.
Just spending time around someone that was like a mentor to me. It was this person named Diane. She was like unbelievable, like really, really, really strong therapist. Challenged my thinking all the time. Like really knew how to like tease out the best in me. I could go and get some good supervision from her, even though she wasn't my boss. I could get like a level of clinical supervision from her, really strong. Whereas like my actual boss at the time, it's like the trainings were these just like real box checky, like, dude, what does this actually do for anyone? It really stood out to me. And so he was like a master's level and she didn't have a formal education. And again, like, it's just as like the one example, but from like a therapeutic place, I do value some guidelines of who and how can work in a therapeutic setting, but also that like barrier to entry for really good people. I think that space for like mentorship and bringing someone along, almost like a tradesperson. I feel like there needs to be more space for that because it's like I think you're keeping great people out of the industry.
I think there are so many people who have such a degree of, interpersonal knowledge, care for other human beings, and personal experience that could be, in, say, therapy, doing the work much better than people with a large amount of sort of formal book learning. Like, but because there's a barrier to entry, you need to do some sort of coursework up front. You need to do some sort of certification program up front. That stuff's all like super expensive. And a lot of times you're going to take decades of your life to realize enough economic gain to even make that start to become sort of worth your time. One of the things that I remember when I was doing my master's in computer science is it was framed to me as like they're training you to get the job, but you're not going to know how to do the job until you really have the job because everything is so idiosyncratic. So it's like you're being trained to like prove to people that you're smart enough to learn and do the task that they're hiring you for.